It will move more wood per hour than any other machine in its class. It just cycles faster and just gets more work done. Secondly, it'll run cheaper than another machine because it burns less fuel and it's easier on line and just doesn't cost as much to run.
Yeah, the 550 is a one-piece move. You can move it with fuel, with lines, lower the gantry, lower the boom, lower the cab, and it'll go on a low bed legally. Probably no more than an hour to get it ready to get on the truck, and an hour after you get there to get it going again.
The moving is a big deal because every hour that you spend moving a machine is an hour that you don't spend in production. And if you look over the course of a year at what machines produce on an hourly average, it's not really high. Part of that is all the dead time that they have where they're not actually, doing any yarding.
So the LOG-CHAMP was a huge development for this company. All the guys on the shop floor were pretty excited when George announced that we would be building it. But everything that we can build in-house here, we do. And the quality, you don't have to second guess how it was made. We know how it was made, so. We do most of the welding and everything in-house here. All the machining for the parts are done on our CNC machines, and we use a CAT engine, CAT transmission.
There wasn't a single piece in the machine that we didn't take a good hard look at and say, what could we do to do this better?
It was fully modeled in Autodesk Inventor. We knew what every component weighed. We knew where the center of gravity of the machine was.
With the advances these days due to emissions rules and that sort of thing, the engines and transmissions are all electronically controlled, so we decided fairly early on we were going to try and make the machine controls, update it quite a bit from what had been used in the past.
It's actually a pleasure to run. It's nice and solid. It's a fast machine. It's got lots of power. Structurally, it's stronger than any yard I've ran of equivalent size. The nice thing about this is the controls, they're all positive to the field. There's no working the regen to be smooth when you go back. The fatigue level isn't there by the end of the day where you're always working the regen, trying to keep the grapple smooth.
What we did was we came up with a much more modern layout, so the engine drives into a transmission directly, which drives directly into the gear train without all this other stuff. The cooling system, the fans are hydraulically driven instead of straight off the engine, so there's about 25 horsepower there that we don't waste. And the net result of that is a machine that accelerates very quickly and cycles very, very quickly and burns far, far less fuel. Its fuel burn is probably less than half of comparable machines.
I like the sight lines from the cab. The gantry's far enough back that I can see the straw line drum, I can see the chaser when he's down there doing things, so there's a safety side to that. It's not like other machines with big decks where you can't see anything on your left side. This machine, of course, all three drums are lagged. Anytime you stop and look at the drum, the lines are perfect.
They built it as if it was their own. I guess that's the best way to put it. They looked at it as if it was their names or on the machine that was going out the door.
I like the fact that it basically worked right out of the gate. We had very, very few teething problems. That part's gratifying.
You know, all the machines that I worked on, this particular machine has probably worked the best out of the box of any of them that I've seen.
As a gift, if you will, a legacy to the people who work here and work for us, and to my family and to the, all the young people, I wanted to do this so that we'd give them a platform to work with. And frankly, I wanted to do it for the industry too, that's always treated us fairly well. So that was a big motivator, and there is no commercial aspect to that. It was a personal thing.